So Landon.
Okay, take your time, girlfriend.
Okay, wait, ask the question real quick.
Alright, so
Hey, I'm Riley. I'm your middle school intern, and I'm here with my very good friend,
Allie.
And now is our very first ever chat room. So we're going to talk about how coronavirus has affected some of our students' relationship with God.
I feel like coronavirus has made a big impact on my relationship with God in a positive way, allowing me to do more quiet times and devotional and just getting closer with Him.
I can relate to that. What is the time that you felt distant from God?
So back in the beginning of 7th grade, I fell into this really deep state of depression, and I always felt alone and just hated who I was, and I started to fall into the wrong things, not what God wanted me to do.
So what do you think, what was a time that you felt near to God?
So going into camp last year, Camp Generate, we were going through some personal family issues, and I talked to the leaders there and Evan, and just the sermons during the camp led me to go home reassured, and I felt super close to him, and that there was everything is going to be okay.
Yeah, Evan's great. So what do you do? Are there any things that you can do to draw yourself back?
Lots of prayer, just talking to him when you feel like you need it the most, even if it's the little things, or just listening to worship songs or doing daily devotionals.
Yeah, well, thank you so much for being
You're
open.
welcome.
good evening. I am Zachary Newman, joined by the lovely
What's up?
Landon Birch. We're going to ask him some questions. So question 1, Landon. How has your relationship with God been during coronavirus?
During coronavirus, my relationship with God, it's actually been pretty good. Before the whole virus started, I was getting so caught up in school and everything, just being busy all the time, that I just kind of put God to the side and was oh, you're a second important thing right now instead of just staying number one. So this coronavirus time has just given me the time to just dig in His Word and just grow my relationship with Him more and more.
Nice. Second question is, what is a time when you felt near or far from God during all this?
I'd say during all this, I really haven't felt far from God, but I have felt far from God this past year. It was kind of a roller coaster year, so whenever I was down, it would just feel dang, I don't know what to do to get back into the Word and my relationship with God. I just felt too far away, but yeah, it's probably the time just earlier this year.
Alright, and what do you do to get close to God again when you do lose that relationship?
I think whenever I just lose that relationship, I just need to remember that, hey, I'm not going to be perfect, and I don't need to put those standards on myself because I'll never fulfill them. So just knowing that I can always go back to God, and He's always there waiting for me with open arms, that just helps me, just give me a little push to go back to Him.
Well, thanks, Landon, for joining us and answering some questions.
Anytime.
Back to you, Jonah.